things that challenge you most. I want you to start making a list of things that would, really challenge you. And then do at least one a day, right? And if you can't do one a day, do one today, right now. You want to jump off a plane? After work, go straight to the airfield, jump off a plane. After you do that one thing, how did you feel afterwards? There's a lot of people out there that says, I'm scared of something, but the moment they do it, they're like, I love it. So challenge yourself today to do one thing that would challenge you to do something. Is there a particular person that you're trying to close a deal with that you haven't made a deal with and called? Call them right now. After you hear this video, after you hear this portion right here, this motivation technique and challenge, call that person right now. I challenge you. Increase water intake. How much water do you consume every day? Today, drink 2 8-ounce glasses more than you usually do. Tell me what happens. Are you aware that when you feel thirsty, you are actually already dehydrated? And here's the funny part. Sometimes we eat more because we cannot differentiate thirst from hunger. So they say is when you're really hungry, drink a glass of water. Give it a few seconds and figure out if you really are hungry. Most of the time it's because you're just thirsty. Overcommit to your family and clients. I have this belief that you should overpromise and overdeliver. Overpromise, which force you to overdeliver. A lot of people out there are saying, you should underpromise but overdeliver. Well, if you underpromise and you overdeliver, that means you just gave an average service. The average service that you should just be giving. And of course, they say never underpromise and of course never underdeliver. But guess what? If you underpromise and you overdeliver, guess what? That's giving them average service. But what if you make a mistake and you underpromise and then you cannot deliver? Now you really just messed up. But how about this? If I overpromise something and I can still almost get to that or give an average delivery, I still gave the services that I need. And then I can then say, let me do more stuff and continue on for you. So I want you to write at least 5 ways you can overcommit and overdeliver to your clients. Don't believe the quote to never overpromise, right? Like I said, overcommitting is you challenging to make sure you will do it. That's why you're doing that. Show up early for everything. Show up early for your appointments, for work, etc. What happened when you showed up early? 15 minutes early means you are already late. Let me tell you guys why. If you arrive 15 minutes early, you need to, for a meeting, you have to slowly get ready. You need to pump yourself up. You need to start making sure you have everything that you need for that meeting. 15 minutes is not early. Because a lot of people say, well, I'm 15 minutes early because they arrived in the parking lot 15 minutes before the 8 o'clock clock time. No. 30 minutes is the new early. 15 minutes is considered late. And you have to understand one thing, 80% of success is just showing up. I want you guys to make a list of contacts that would change your life. Make a list of at least 5 companies or people that if you contact them right now would change your life. Would change your life. Think of them right now. What will be the first step in making contact with one of them? That's the next step you do. So whatever you are in sales and marketing and business, what are you going to do right now? Who are those 5 people that you want to get a hold of? Think about it right now and start thinking how you can contact them. Work to your potential, not your quota. This is a lot of biggest mistakes of a lot of salespeople and a lot of people in the industry, is that they're given a quota and they're going after that quota only. So write down right now what your potential is and compare it to the current quota in your job. The truth is your potential is exponential. If your quota is to bring in 5 clients a month, that's what they expect you to give is the bare minimum. That means, listen, we just want you to do the minimum thing for this job. Why would you want to consider yourself a minimum person? A, a 5-person, client quota person. Your potential is exponential. You're going to see people that can do 10, 20, 30 for that type of job. So you have to understand that you must work to your potential and never your quota. And per studies, we are always capable to do at least 40% or even more of what our body says we can't do. Sometimes our mind quits before our body does. Read 3 books a month, right? And look, obviously, if you're looking at this, I misspelled, but hey, who cares? Read 3 books a month, right? And a lot of people say, well, I don't have time. Yes, you do. When you're driving to work, pop on an ebook, listen to it. You don't have to fully read it, but it can be read to you. So make a list of at least 3 books you are interested in reading. Choose one and read it this week itself. Are you guys even aware that successful people read an average of 20 or more books a year than mediocre people? I may not be good at spelling. I may not be good at putting words together fully, but I know one thing, I educate myself still. It's not an accident that successful people read more books. Seth Godin wrote that. Because the reason is the smart people, the rich people, what they do is they always want to find that one tip in these books that's going to help them increase their business, their sales. While everybody is watching the Kardashians and watching people's Instagram feeds, the people who are being successful are finding ways to be more successful. Look to control your time rather than manage it. What are ways that you can control time rather than manage it? Can you delegate things to others? Can you use programs like CRMs in your business and in your sales that's going to be able to make things more organized and more detailed with delegation? Are you using calendars like your Google Calendar, your iPhone calendar, have everything linked and synced up with everything else? Do you have an assistant? The question is, if you're being paid $40, $50 an hour, is it smart for you to be doing the $10 an hour job? Because if you can do the $50 job, what you're worth, can you give it to somebody else? Now, a lot of you guys are saying, well, Michael, our office won't allow me to get an assistant. Okay, that's fine. Then take the money off of you so that you increase your revenue. I've done it in the past where I'll hire a virtual assistant to help me do some jobs that I need to get finished.